First of all, Brian, I want to congratulate you. You murdered every one of my parents. I also want to thank you, sir, for mentioning my books. You know, I desperately need the sales. But if you're a businessman and you're presumptuous enough and foolhardy enough to write books, you endlessly get roasted. In my case, Ken Sorensen, President Kennedy's assistant, said about my last book, once you put it down, you will not be able to pick it up. As this wonderful film and Brian's great comments showed, my parents came about 100 years ago. It is true they didn't speak a word of English. They had a third-grade education. And my father, as Brian indicated, took a job that nobody else wanted, washing dishes in a steamy caboose of a railroad. But that permitted him to eat there and sleep there, and he saved virtually everything he made. And he started this inevitable Greek restaurant, which I want to assure you was not known for its cuisine, but for the fact that literally for 25 years it didn't close 1 minute. Came to shorten the hours, he couldn't even find a key to the front door because it had never been closed. He spent all too many hours there, and I spent more than I care to remember. And he had a dream, part of the American dream, that his sons would have the best education money could buy, and indeed we did. My parents took so much pride in what their two sons had achieved. There were occasions where I felt he took too much pride. For example, he would stop perfect strangers on the street and say, "My name is George Peterson. Do you know my son Peter is the only Greek cabinet officer in the history of America. God bless America." For a bit, you know, befuddled by this intrusion. And after he would say that, I'd say, "Dad, you seem to have overlooked the fact that Spiro Agnew was vice president." He said, "Peter, I looked into it, and he was not a cabinet officer." I said, "Okay." There was only one song that he knew, which was "God Bless America." And every time he sang that song, tears would run down his face. My mother and father loved this country. Fast forward to today. What does an octogenarian, affluent American do when he's retired? So I decided to do what little I can to maintain the American dream, which frankly, on our current path, I think is a bit imperiled. I have 6 grandchildren who are here today. Chloe, Jackie, Eliza Venetia. Brian, it's Venetia, not whatever you called her. Xander, Bo, and Drew. My little grand, why don't you stand up so they can all see you? Thing Papa does, as you call me, on behalf of the American dream. I've often wondered what my mother and father would do if they were here today, and they would probably come up here and sing "God Bless America," and I'd be happy to join them. Thank you very much.